Hello and welcome to another episode of the Rollin' 20s. We are the show that thinks that rear naked choke you're using is a little too seductive. I am Jeremy.
I am Anthony.
I am Nataly.
You can subscribe to this show and several others in the MSP library at missionstarpodcast.com. You can subscribe to us on iTunes and on Stitcher. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at the Rolling 20s. The music you heard before the show was Big Lonely Train by Big Stone Cherry. There was no clip before the show because this is kind of a special situation. I had an interview scheduled that I could not get on the usual days as the others, so I decided to call together a special counsel.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to meet something I ran into at Anime Los Angeles. They had a new panel called World Cosplay Wrestling, and you may think you know where this is headed, but I guarantee that you don't. I want you to meet their creators, G and Kevin. Say hi, guys.
Hey.
Hey, y'all.
A little more subdued than I expected.
I know, right?
It's novel.
Between the two of us, I'm actually the normal one.
I'm the hot one.
For those of you looking for the usual video game and comic book news, we'll be returning to that in just a couple days when the regulars get back together. But in the meantime, this was something unusual because during Anime Los Angeles on the second day, Anthony walks up to me and tells me I have to cover World Cosplay Wrestling, and I remember Anthony's expression as I just kind of blinked blankly at him because he knew he was going to have to explain this to me, and after reading it through the guidebook at Anime Los Angeles, I was still a little lost as to what exactly was going to happen. So why don't you guys explain the concept?
You want to do this, Kevin, or me?
I think y'all should.
Okay, so the best way to describe World Cosplay Wrestling is actually Kevin had the best way to summarize it. It is almost a wrestling fashion / trash talk show. So it's all the smack talk and the theatrics of pro wrestling, but none of the suplexes. Which is it's really awkward to introduce it at ALA because like, yo man, we got World Cosplay Wrestling. Really? Who's fighting? Oh, there's no actual wrestling. That's like walking into Popeye. Like, yo man, you gotta order something at Popeye's Chicken. Like which chicken is good? We don't serve chicken, we serve pie, but it's really good pie.
I came for the chicken, but I've ordered the salad.
But the premise is that we have a roster of wrestlers. The biggest irony of World Cosplay Wrestling, besides the fact that there is no wrestling, is that it's actually not scripted. We have a roster of wrestlers that audition beforehand, and they go through a series of rounds and eliminations in promo battles and trash talking. You know, when they get in the ring or on the Titantron and they challenge people, and not only they're competing against themselves, but there's a champion. We actually had an ALA belt, which was a WWE championship belt, bought at Toys R Us that I spray painted ALA, or it kind of looked like ALP because my A was off to the side, NWO style. And we had a champion, Mr. Dangerous, and the people would challenge him and try to win the audience's favor or ire. We judged faces and heels on a different scale. So if you were a face and you got a lot of cheers, that's good. If you were a heel and everybody was like booing and hissing and throwing chairs, then we would rank that just as well. And eventually the finalist would go up against the champion and wins the belt, and then the belt holder will go to the next con and we'll repeat the same song and dance.
Okay, now what was your inspiration for coming up with this? This was something I had not heard of before in the convention circuit.
Okay. All right, I'll take this one, Kevin. No, okay. It all started at a Chinese buffet over in Concord.
As these things usually do.
As these usually do. We were discussing Kai and Tai. No, I'm kidding.
No, wait. We have to discuss Kai and Tai. That's like par for the course, man.
No. It was talking about Asians while eating Asian food. We weren't really discussing Kai and Tai.
Ah, damn it.
Indeed, I'm sorry. Anyway, the conversation, I don't know how, but we were talking about cosplay deviants and how they were managing to make a good amount of money to at least stay alive. And instead of, and I just joked, I was like, okay, instead of getting like porn actresses to strip, let's just get dudes to wear costumes and do pro wrestling moves. And then we were just laughing around like, oh my god, like the Vocaloids will be in their own stable, and then like the Pokemon stable would go against the Digimon stable. And then we started writing storylines. Like the first storyline we wrote was Matt, Tor, and Sai. I mean, Matt, Sora, and Tai. God damn, I'm so sorry about that. From Digimon would have the same exact story arc as the Hardy Boys and Lita. So we were like writing like this Matt is a super heel, and we'd have like the Crest of Courage ladder match and shit, and we were just dying.
Well, of course you're dying. You're telling people that, no, guys don't want to see women, in various states of undress. They want to see guys in latex Speedos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
Back me up.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
Hey, we're less trashy.
Yeah. Because we want to see some hot men action. Yeah.
I mean, what would you rather see, fake implants or scripted wrestling? I mean, come on, here.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Have a couple minutes?
Yeah.
Ask that question anyway. What would you rather watch, cosplay wrestling or cosplay strippers? Wrestling will probably win.
Well, if you do it right, you can have both.
Yeah.
We're not. I don't think we're going to be doing a bra and panties division for World Cosplay Wrestling.
I could leave that.
Especially the way you guys do it, that'd be strip promos.
Yeah.
No, the swimsuit competition's got that cut.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I think Kevin, you're a part of that, aren't you?
I was back in Sakura-Con. Yeah, I was actually part of that. It was pretty fun, but...
No, it was interesting to get through it. I was a little disappointed because I didn't know that tryouts were the night before.
We didn't intend tryouts to be the night before.
How did that come about?
Okay, I think you should get this one, Kevin.
Oh yeah, so no, we made hella posts on like the cosplay.com forums. I even posted it in the Facebook group, but
And Tumblr.
Yeah, Tumblr, Twitter. I had all the social medias down, but apparently, like my inbox stayed like dead empty. So we were kind of in kind of like a state of panic. Cause, well, actually,
one guy.
One guy.
We wanted 8 people. One guy.
Yeah.
Todd, or go ahead, Jeremy.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, so how did it come about? People to suddenly joining on the action? Was it word of mouth at Anime LA, or like how did you guys remedy this?
Well, I went to Target and I got like a white poster board and a Sharpie.
Huh.
To work, go to the streets.
Wow. That is awesome.
If you have 15 minutes and enjoy being half naked, please come see me.
Wait, Kevin, do you remember what you wrote?
Oh no! I mean, are y'all like tough enough to take on our champion or something like that? I put tough enough in capital letters, and people like, oh, because it's wrestling. But then it caused a lot of discussion, and we actually, in the end, as we like took the sign through the halls, we were like stuck in a corner, surrounded by a few people, and then who were interested in our panel. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to mention though that we had one person who had to drop out at the last. Like there were 2 people who could have been in the show but didn't. One was Sarah Bellum from Skullgirls.
Oh right.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, and she was cosplaying. I don't know if it was a boyfriend or a brother, but he was like one of the mafia people, and he just stood next to her for eye candy, and they were the Diamond Dynamo. And I really liked them because they were so earnest and like they didn't know what they were getting into, but they wanted to do this just to have a good time, and they had to leave at the last minute. Like they were really sad. The other group was a Mordecai and Rigby.
Nice.
And they were wearing like Mordecai and Rigby hoodies. And I remember the moment because they said, yo, is it single or tag? I went, it's single. So one of you's got to be the main guy. And the Rigby goes, I'll be the main guy. And I look at it. I was like, what's your ring name? And he ponders for a second and looks at me and goes, Big Rig. Oh my God. And I was just waiting because, like the regular show, that would be the John Cena type wrestler with the way they rile the crowd up, but they couldn't wear regular show for the main event, so they dropped out of auditions, which, they're those guys are the ones that got away.
Wow. Well, were you satisfied with the people that did manage to show up? There was
hell yeah. I just hope more people show up, period.
Yeah, you guys are planning on continuing this, right?
Yeah, for Fanime.
Did you already get approved for the schedule?
Not yet. I'm on pins and needles. For everybody else I know that gets approved, I hope we get approved, because we're asking for a lot. We're asking for at least 100 people seating, and 2 hours, and a room that has a raised stage.
Oh, whoa, okay. I was there at ALA. You guys lasted about half an hour or 45 minutes, if I remember correctly. What do you plan to do for 2 hours?
More people. First off, more wrestlers. 2, because there's a bigger audience. The crowd reaction is going to be louder and longer, so the wrestlers themselves are subconsciously going to bleed out their performances. 3, the walkway is longer. So
nice.
There's that. I mean, it's ALA who had a pretty narrow walkway. 4, another commentator is joining us, which I'm going to keep silent to keep the surprise there.
Did you raise the grave of Mean Gene Green to come into this event somehow?
We have a commentator coming in now. Wait, Kevin, should we let him know, or should we just keep it quiet?
Nah, keep quiet.
At least is it male or female?
It's male.
Okay. Well, wait, that could actually go either way, because I saw Kevin. For those of you that are scratching your headphones right now trying to figure out what I'm talking about, I saw Kevin when he introduced himself as the lady owner of World Cosplay Wrestling, complete with a blonde wig and a very interesting pencil.
That wasn't a wig.
Yeah, that was my hair.
Oh, are you serious?
Oh, wow.
Dude,
also my legs, too.
Oh, I knew those were your legs. You didn't mind strutting. I saw that. But one of the things I took away from watching everything was that you guys were just as astonished about how the crowd reacted to a lot of these guys.
Yeah, well, because we had no idea how the hell this would go.
I was heavily marking out, especially when that Booker T came in, I was like...
Oh, man.
And Anthony were just going to strangle each other because you were grabbing each other's lapels so hard.
Man,
I mean, I'm dead serious. I was watching him as commentators, and when this guy dressed up as Booker T interrupted them, and all of a sudden the crowd reacted, they freaked out.
Damn.
It looked like
there's a story to that, to why we freaked out. Well, first off, we were freaking out because of the chants, as it's pretty much when everything you want goes unbelievably right, and you're just astonished by the results. Mm-hmm. There's that surprise. But I need to know, is there swearing allowed on this podcast?
Yeah, we actually have an explicit tag on it.
Okay, so the day before World Cosplay Wrestling, I'm sitting down with Kevin, and Kevin's like, "Yo, gee, you know what I really want to see? Some guy pulls a Booker T, we're going for you, nigga." And I look at Kevin, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. No one's going to say that, Kevin. And sure enough, during the show, Booker T says, "Yeah, we're coming, you nigga." But not only did it happened from Booker T himself.
That's awesome.
Like crap. And Kevin looked like he got his Christmas gift, his Kwanzaa gift, his Hanukkah gift, his birthday gift, all in one moment.
You're not telling everybody how you turned it around on this guy dressed up as Booker T.
No, you mean how? Yes, I did turn it around.
Yeah. I'm going to interrupt here because I was sitting front row watching all this, taking pictures, and as soon as this Booker T interrupts, half the crowd just seems confused, the other half is getting into it, then all of a sudden G looks at him in character and says, "Who invited Bob Marley?" And the entire crowd suddenly goes, "Oh, Bob Marley! Bob Marley! Bob Marley! Bob Marley!"
The best part about I spoke with the Booker T afterwards, and he just said how he had an amazing time, and he told me that when he went to his hotel room, on his hotel floor, they were playing Bob Marley. And he started dying.
That is awesome. Wow.
It was just an evening full of amazing coincidences.
Go ahead, Anthony.
No, I'm saying like you guys really hit the nail on the head. You took something that was originally you guys' idea and just kind of ran with it, and it turned out much bigger than initially I thought. And
It took a lot of fucking work, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, something that came out of nowhere from WWF into something what the...
Well,
Which
it
is
took a lot of
amazing.
I mean, well, first off, Kevin and I were crossing a lot of fingers here. We were almost close to saying that we'll suck your dick if you enter here. Really, like on Kevin's side, I was about to write like blowjobs for free. I wouldn't be providing the blowjobs though.
It would have been a different show for sure. That's more of an ECW XPW thing. I mean, what did you guys think of the initial reaction? I accidentally ran into G while he was setting up, and there was a line of people waiting outside to just to sit. I
think you're the best to answer that one because you were more observant than me. I was too worried about typing the entries.
Well, I mean...
No, I'm talking... that was for Kevin.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, no. You know, there was a lengthy line. I was just as nervous because I didn't want to trip on my heels, and my feet were hurting then. But, there was a good line there. Like, I was also speaking with some of the contestants, so I was kind of busy myself. But I looked at it, and I saw a few people. I didn't think it was going to be, like, hella huge or anything, like, because we were first... It was our first year, and just seeing that, you know, I thought it would just be a good feud. I didn't think, like, we'd get, like, a full house completely. I had friends in there that got kicked out, and, like, I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah, I kind of knew what I was going to be in for after reading the synopsis and finally catching up, because I walked downstairs with a replica of, like, the 98 Attitude title on my shoulder. And as I'm walking through the line, just kind of looking at the people waiting and everything, suddenly this 6-foot black guy dressed up as a Saiyan, you guys know who I'm talking about.
Afro Saiyan.
Yeah, he spots me walking around with a belt, and suddenly he makes that motion like he's going to take that thing right off my, he's going to take the title from me.
And you weren't even competing.
I know, and he's bouncing, that's going to be mine. And suddenly I just stood there, stared at him for half a second, took it off my shoulder, held it up, and told him, any day of the week, mother. And then he laughed and shook my hand, so I knew what kind of crowd I was looking at all of a sudden.
Wow. Just out of curiosity, say this goes through, say this is another big hit at Fanime.
I hope.
I'm just saying.
We won't have to offer blowjobs anymore.
I know
well, I mean, Kevin will be disappointed.
I was preparing for this.
So you wanted to.
Well, I've done work for YaliCon, so it's nothing so outside.
But
you can find a lip balm around the corner.
But hypothetically, if this is a big hit, do you have any ideas for any future events? Maybe added on, maybe more ideas or more.
Oh my God, we joke about this all the time. So if we joked that if this gets really big and other people want to do the show, we'll go ahead and do it. We'll give them the permission, but they have to change their name. So we would be World Cosplay Wrestling, and the other, like, East Coast would be like Epic Cosplay Wrestling, and then the South would be World Weeaboo Federation. And then we would all plan this big, like, the invasion story arc. It's like, we're the Alliance!
So you guys would be the genesis of not only cosplay wrestling, but a cosplay federation, as it will.
Well, what they're basically saying is they would be the deep south of cosplay wrestling.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
We were just joking about that.
Oh, you're only half joking. You hope it would happen.
Well, it would be a bitch to organize. and it could possibly dilute our brand. Kevin and I are actually very particular about our brand.
Well, I mean, I can understand that. I mean, let's ask a sideways question, because obviously you have to have somewhat of an interest in wrestling to start this. Where did you guys get your interest in that?
Oh, God. Kevin, you want to answer that first?
Where do we get our interest in that?
In wrestling.
Oh, about like how we started in wrestling, or this whole cosplay wrestling?
Yeah, how did your interest in wrestling start? Because obviously, this is a branch of two of your hobbies kind of slammed together.
Oh, okay.
Where did your interest in wrestling come from?
I actually started I missed the Attitude Era. I actually started watching wrestling after WrestleMania 18, I believe.
Okay.
So I think the feud during that was Jeff Hardy and Taker. Well, when Taker was the undisputed champion, and Jeff Hardy kept on like, I get one more match and stuff like that. But then just seeing all it was just so fascinating seeing people like Rikishi, shoving his ass in someone's face. I was like, whoa, what is this?
You're like, I do that.
Yeah, Rikishi was actually my first one of my first favorites when watching wrestling, because I just watched him.
There's actually a wrestling show over in Union City on April 12th, and he's wrestling there at James Logan.
Yeah, real?
I'm not lying, bro.
Oh my god. I want to see him back that ass up again. Oh my god. I'm going to drive the 50 miles there now. I got me hooked.
Good man.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What about you? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say, but since that point on, just being exposed to like all the insane storylines, like the worst, in like the Triple H Kane then, which should probably be forgotten. But from that point on, I just fell in love.
Oh, what about you, G? Where does your interest in wrestling come from?
I started watching wrestling back in the early 90s as a kid, so it was back, Bret Hart and Razor Ramon and 1-2-3 Kid. And, when you're a kid, you believe everything on TV, so I was seriously thinking about, like, whenever Bret Hart would lose because someone cheated to tape it and mail the videotape to the WWF at the time. I forgot about it for a while. I watched a bit of WCW, and all I could remember was Disco Inferno for some reason, and Diamond Dallas Page. But then I stumbled upon Monday Night Raw during the Attitude Era, and that's where I got hooked.
Okay. All right. No, it's good to compare notes and everything. I got started because I happened to watch the show one day during a Saturday, back when this stuff would follow cartoons, and it was the debut of this psychotic called the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta love a guy who's so incomprehensible during his promos. It sounds like he's describing heavy metal album covers.
I think that was a big thing about wrestling back in the day, like Warrior, Flair, Booker T, Scott Steiner.
Yeah, I found out that was kind of the joke in the locker room the days that the Ultimate Warrior had a feud with Randy Savage. You had two guys cutting awesome promos and nobody knew what the fuck they were saying.
It was a battle of, like, guttural shouting.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, you guys said that you don't have any other brands out there, so I take it you guys don't know about FSCW yet. I'll take the silence as a no. Well, I mean, as we were talking, I'm doing additional research and just poking notes, trying to find out more about you guys. I found out that Florida SuperCon has something like this going on in 2014. What is this short for? Florida SuperCon Cosplay Wrestling.
Interesting. I might have to look that up if there's any YouTube videos.
I think we'll have to look that up because the only one we know is the wrestling matches in Ohio. Is it Ohio, Kevin?
Yeah, the ones. Yeah, we watched some that were located in Ohio. Also, the ones made North.
Right.
Well, I mean, this sounds. Go ahead.
Royal Rumble. This character quotation mark character Royal Rumble. I got at the fifth wrestler. I got mad. I legitimately was angry.
Were they just terrible, or what? Were they boring?
It was a Royal Rumble, but nobody was eliminated over the top rope. They just do it. They do a really shitty spot.
Wow.
Super telegraphed, running clothesline. No, everybody was just partially dressed up as a character. No one embodied the personality of their characters.
Yeah, that was my big thing. No one embraced their characters at all. It was just
except for Parappa, who went like punch kick and then got slapped in the face.
Huh? Interesting. I have to look it up though for sure because I haven't heard about that until.
What it does that. The Ohio wrestling, it's one thing to wrestle mediocre. I'm okay with it. Not everybody's a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
It's got to do this. It's really when you're dressed up with not only a larger-than-life character, but someone that we all know, and you do nothing to embrace it. They just wrestled as themselves. They didn't channel their personality in their wrestling. How Undertaker would add his special flourishes with his pins, or Alberto Del Rio, like, come on, I want to see your face. I want to see your face. There's none of that.
Now, what are your future plans beyond Fanime, or are there any?
Well, we have potential plans for an AX show. GX, you want to talk about this one? Because you were approached, actually.
Yeah, I submitted it early to the AX to AX's panel submission because our ring announcer Duralap is actually in real tight with AX planning, but nothing's really solidified there. Anything, we're just going to bounce it between ALA and Fanime, and then eventually to the AX if we snowball. But it's really, we're just going to keep it in California to the cons we go to.
Okay. And how big is your dream show? Because you mentioned that you're trying to get a room of 100 people. You want more wrestlers, 2 hours. Is that what you think you can take, or are you trying to get this up to pay-per-view level, or what?
That'd be interesting. That would be nuts.
I would my dream would be that we're so big that when we'll use the name Heroes of Cosplay and they think of us and not the shitty reality series.
Damn.
Starring Yaya Han as China.
Really? She reminds me more of a great Khali. You had to be there. Let me see. What other plans do you guys have beyond this, or do you have any other panel-type items planned? I hear something mulling around in there.
We've never really thought of it that far. It's just more so that we are more concerned with refining with what we have before we add on to it. I mean, there's a lot of people who came up to us and says, "Oh, you should do scripted storylines, or backstage videos, or have a Titantron," and we're just two dudes.
I like when people are saying, "Where's your Titantron? Where's your special promo videos?"
Yeah, where's the backstage footage? Like, we were joking around that. We were joking around it for the Fanime show. The Booker T cosplayer we'd film a video of me in the locker room getting the shit kicked out of me for messing up. Like, Bob Marley, so good. And just
yeah, and when he comes down the aisle, instead of coming out to fire, you just have 3 guys with fire extinguishers. So people don't understand. This is not exactly a high-budget, paid, fully funded affair.
Yes. We turned the lights off once.
As far as go.
I know that Triple H entrance.
That Triple H entrance.
I think Anthony enjoyed himself a little too much for that.
Wait, Anthony was there?
Oh no, not Anthony. What's his name? Your ring announcer.
Oh, Duralap.
Duralap, thank you.
Oh yeah, he begged us to do the Triple H entrance.
Awesome.
At first I said no, because I was worried about time, and why should he get an entrance when he's not one of my competitors?
Oh, I was worried you were going to say lawyers.
No, one of our competitors. But then he's doing me a solid by being my ring announcer. He's like, you know what, fine. Have your little entrance. Best decision I made that night. That and not throwing Booker T out. Everybody thought Booker T was a plant. He was not.
Oh no, I knew he wasn't a plant. I watched him throw that plastic belt up to hit somebody with. I can put two and two together pretty quick.
Wasn't a plant. Any other panel they would have asked him to throw out here, we gave him the microphone. We just rolled with whatever happened.
Okay. Shoot, I think we covered most of it already. If you can get okay for Fanime, what is your audition process going to be for that event?
You might want to explain this one, Kevin.
We have an application up right now, so like even though we don't got.
Let's tell them our page.
Oh yeah. We're not actually called World Cosplay Wrestling anymore because so we can actually like make a logo and have our own name without any like legal troubles. So we're now the Cosplay Wrestling Federation, the CWF.
Check. The only thing that's going to get in our way is Canadian Wrestling Federation, and I think we're okay with them.
Well, as long as you steal the maple syrup, I don't think they'll be able to stop you.
We did joke around about not changing it and hope to Bob the WWE does get in our face and sue us. That way we can just get more publicity like, oh no. And then like Kevin, we were right on Facebook like, no, we're going to fight the WWE and take this Triple H, and in the background like, yeah, we're going to see really roll over and play dead.
Yeah.
Sorry. God.
All right, yeah, applications.
Oh yeah.
All right, back to applications.
But yeah, we got a post. I just made the Fanime post actually on their forums, which is actually pretty invisible, and not a lot of people go there to see it. But we have an amazing Facebook page. Just search for Cosplay Wrestling Federation, and then you should see us. The application you could just fill it out, and we'll review it, and hopefully when we get our time and everything gets settled, then we could start doing kind of delving more into the audition process and stuff.
Okay, and do you want original characters, or do you want people playing variations of characters already in existence from like comic books or animes or whatever?
We welcome both.
Okay.
The only thing that we prohibit is we do reserve the right for anything that's too offensive.
Mm-hmm.
So
you want like the aborted prom baby or anything?
The aborted prom buddy, or Sieg Heil Fuhrer, or entering the registering your stable as the Ku Klux Klan.
Really, really stupid things then.
Well, that's not stupid. That's guaranteed to get you pretty hated pretty quickly.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so might try to kill you.
I would though if someone did enter as the Ku Klux Klan, I'll make sure to find someone entering as Black Dynamite.
One right there.
The Klansman versus Frozen.
It's the reverse. The Klansman would be the reverse Nation of Domination.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I was just going over the application as we were talking here. You can actually have a manager or entourage with you?
Yes. It's one thing that we noticed in a lot of promos. In fact, we had an entry, Base Madoka. Madoka was the main wrestler and Homura was the manager, and it worked wonderful. And it really helps for wrestlers who want to do kind of like a pallbearer Undertaker dynamic.
Nice. Awesome.
So we put that option there. It's just that if you want to register as a group or with a manager, you kind of want to make it in your promo so that the audience knows who's being really represented as opposed to entire, group cutting a promo.
Okay, and how long do people have to apply if they hear this and they have an idea what they're going to do? We're going to do one.
What was the date you said, Gene?
Well, I'm more concerned about being approved first.
Right.
I would probably say like May 10th, May 15th.
Okay.
Cool.
Leaning toward more May 10th because once you're approved, then you can be in and really prepare.
All right, and when do you expect to hear from the Fanime people so you know if you're in or not?
It's fucking Fanime. I'd be...
I give
thing
them
is,
a
there's
day of Fanime. I give them a day on the day of Fanime.
Oh, alright.
Natalie,
Yeah,
you're upset. You sound like you want to enter or something.
You know,
No.
you guys should enter. You know, mission start.
I'm crazy enough to do it, unfortunately, because Anthony knows me. I won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At first,
we welcome anybody. I know that Anthony really wants to film at this time because he should be kicking himself for not going to the
hey,
show.
I really was. Like, when I heard it was happening at Anime
Yeah,
LA,
good. Now keep doing it.
my ass is already sore already from
Get
it.
ready.
God damn.
Don't say that around Kevin.
But
You know, I am a little surprised. I thought you guys wanted to know more about the characters that Kevin and I created too.
Actually, I do. It just hadn't come up yet because I'm trying to be as thorough as possible and make sure you guys get entrance.
yes.
Yes. First off, show up. Show up. Once we are approved, we will let you guys know. And when we're approved, it's our full intention to fill up as much of the show as possible through the online applications. And that's because we could really work with what you give us, and you give us your theme song. Like, if you don't give me a theme song, I'm going to fucking give you the Benny Hill theme or something.
I would love that, actually.
Wouldn't that be wonderful to see this guy come out? He's like a perfect impersonation of The Rock, and suddenly his theme music is Afternoon Delight.
What about Walking on Sunshine? That was even funnier.
I will make Kevin pick the songs. And Kevin knows like the ratchiest, ghetto hood, fabulous, trashiest, trash, welfare check slang songs ever.
Steal My Sunshine. Now, you guys are the guys running it, but you're also playing characters in the show, right?
Yes.
What characters do you play?
Should I start?
Yes. You're number one.
Yes, I'm number one. Okay. I am CEO of the Cosplay Wrestling Federation, named Lashada Decree. Lashada Decree is just a strong woman who worked her way through Wall Street, stepping on balls and dick, and made herself known. Gained lots of money, and just out of complete boredom, she decided, I'm gonna make this federation happen. Just kind of.
She was bored. That's why.
Because I was bored with that.
I just think that she made this company happen by dick stomping. I don't think there's any CEO in America that could say that.
After we explain our characters, there's actually a little story of how they came to be.
Ooh, okay.
My character is super fanboy Mr. Hiki.
You were the one with the bad bowl cut and the glasses, I believe?
Yes. Originally, his storyline was that he was a hikikomori because he was still shut in his room writing his 3,000-page essay on why Goku should have beaten Superman.
Oh, God.
And originally, he was supposed to be the go-to aficionado of character versus. Like, his word was law because he knew this much useless trivia. But we kind of softened up his personality where he's just an anime fanboy, and he's in World Cosplay Wrestling or Cosplay Wrestling Federation because he gets to see his favorite characters fight, so he's happy to be there. And two, Lashada gives two shits about anime, so she needs someone to tell her shit she doesn't know.
Shoot out.
Wow.
Okay, so how did you two come up with these personas? Well, actually, I should ask one question first. G, Kevin said in his costume that is his own hair. Was that bowl your own hair?
I don't have any hair, actually.
Well,
that.
Okay, well, that explains that then.
I hide it really well. You're 0 for 2 with guessing hair.
Well, you're talking to somebody that doesn't have any. It's not exactly a high priority on my list.
Seriously, man, that was your real long blonde hair. Nope. That was a wig. Nope, my real hair. Well, the Asian guy with the shitty bowl cut, that has to be his real haircut.
I said it had to be his real haircut. I just asked.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what other story do you have beyond about coming up with these characters?
Remember, Kevin?
What's
You
that?
want to tell your side of it? Well, I mean, he has his side, I have my side.
Like most couples do.
Well, yeah. G is the witty one in this, so he actually did a lot of the script writing and editing. So I kind of just threw some ideas. I wanted
He
to...
gave me a name. That was
Yeah.
For the longest time, Kevin and I knew that with the two of us involved, we wanted to be commentators in the show. And we wrestled the idea of what's commentator dynamic between the two of us. We knew that there's the good person and then there's the bad person, which good or bad. So first we were thinking JR and King, because they're the quintessential duo. But it didn't really mesh well with Kevin's dynamic. So we were going with Vince McMahon when he was commentating. Now he was the CEO. And we played around with who would be the asshole and who would be the nice guy. Originally, I was the asshole. Originally,
Really?
we were gonna make me the asshole. But the problem is, if I'm the asshole, there's not a lot of ways for Kevin to contribute being the nice guy. Kevin sucks at being nice.
I'm nice, but I don't use words to express
Use
that.
blowjobs. So since we couldn't just broadcast dick sucking at the panel,
Or you could have. You just had to call it something different.
Yeah.
cosplay whack.
Something like that.
We decided to make Kevin the person in power, and it really worked for him. So whenever he would speak, it would mean something. And with that in mind, that made me the nice guy. So we're making the characters. We established that Kevin is the owner of the company, just didn't know what direction to take it. And I asked him what's his name, and he goes, "This is the Shaded Decree." And literally, I snap my fingers and I write a paragraph. I'm serious. Like Kevin was just watching me type away, and well, at first she was a gold digger who won the lottery.
Okay.
Which was what's that federation called? That really
Wrestlelicious.
Fuck Wrestlelicious.
Oh, I thought you were going to say TNA.
No. It was a parody of Wrestlelicious because Kevin showed me Wrestlelicious and I wanted to die.
It was a Powerball winner that that partially funded for this show. It was like, oh my god.
They got Jimmy Hart.
Yeah.
And there went all the...
So originally was that, but I changed it to her being a Wall Street businesswoman, just so she has a business sense to her, and we could really play up that side. And then at that moment, I just kind of realized we have a businesswoman, we need a fanboy. Oh my, what kind of nice guy fanboy? Oh my god, I'll be Mr. Hiki. Because if I was like the super otaku or something, it wouldn't have flown over well. And originally, it was the outfit was the same, but I might have I was thinking about wearing a Japanese headband and having the backpack posters in it. But that was just too much. I was supposed to be the nice guy, but everybody hates me in the audience. they hate me. I'm like, no, I'm worse than Michael.
Well, it's like your regular wrestling show. You know, people will cheer for who they respect, no matter if you're a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah, and oh my god, the crowd loves Lachey.
Yeah, but you happen to play, the negative stereotype of what everybody in that room is avoiding to be.
I realized that, but after that, I just kind of, I'm like, okay, everybody hates me, and I'm rolling with it. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
The great thing about the Shaded Decree character is that Kevin serves as the ultimate Deus Ex Machina.
Mhm.
So anything runs too long, or if he wants to shut down something that can happen just by being the owner of the company, he can do that, and the crowd will, it's our kayfabe.
Okay. All right, that actually makes a lot of sense in retrospect, anyway. All right, Anthony, Natalie, do you have any other questions for him?
At the moment, no, other than I cannot wait for this to be approved. And Fanime, if you listen to this, please approve of this panel. I want this to happen. I want to see this shit fly.
You want it to happen too.
I want.
Fanime, we come for you.
I want to see this. I want to hear.
Did you joke around
Uh-huh.
that if we were approved for Fanime, that we would find the gigantic long ass Fanime line and have some like Shada on the floor, and we'd film it like we're live at the pay-per-view. We settled on a name.
That was
We
great.
settled on a name.
What name?
It's Fanimania.
Yes. Go. I'm hyped. Let's go.
Okay, I want to see this.
Have you guys actually thought about applying to use the main stage for a little bit? You could actually get away with a few extra things on that.
I guess not.
We were thinking about Stage Zero, but we don't know who to take. I mean, we would have Lashada.
Right.
We never really thought of it that far, right, Kevin?
Yeah, we never really thought. Actually, it just came to my idea that we could use like Stage Zero to spread the word, but we haven't. We haven't really made any plans for that at
Because
all.
we're waiting for approval.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't want to make all these plans not get approved and be so crestfallen.
Right.
Understood. I thought I
Yeah.
would ask.
Yeah, because, if I get that crestfallen, I might just look like I'm cosplaying Sting all day, with a little makeup or Jeff Hardy. And
Please don't do that, because if I find Sting walking around the convention, I'll be compelled to punch. Dream of rain my ass.
Right. But I really do hope that it gets approved. I was sad to miss it at Anime LA, and
better be. Whoever missed, I'm saying this right now. If you were ALA and if you missed our show, shame on you.
Well, some
That is-
people didn't miss it by choice. I was looking in the back towards the end of the show, and there were people trying to crowd into the doors
Okay,
trying to
if you
see.
were the people who would turn away, God bless, please show up. If you saw our panel's name in the program and didn't show up to it, your fault. You don't need to apologize to me. You should be apologizing to yourself.
But I do hope that it does get approved for sure. I would love to come and record and watch it in its entirety.
Just don't enter as Armin.
No.
Kevin and I were joking about this where, okay, so if we threw pro wrestlers in anime, like the ultimate villain of Attack on Titan wouldn't be a gigantic Titan, it would just be Chris Jericho.
That'd be awesome.
I don't have words for that.
That's too good. That's too good.
Whoa, Maria is Jericho!
Break down the walls. And that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
That was another thing. We would just, Kevin and I kept casting wrestlers in existing anime like Oron Host Club, DX Club, Cena the Third.
Oh man. Yeah.
Get Backers starring the APA.
Wow.
Stone Cold Sailor Moon.
Oh.
No. It was for Stone Cold. It was Evangelion with Shinji the Rocket Kari, Asuka Stone Cold Soryu, the German Rattlesnake, and Rey Mysterio.
That'd be great. That would.
Yeah, because he always looks like he's 12.
That in the name.
Yes, of course.
All right. Where can they find you guys on the internet?
Kevin, do you have the links? Because I don't.
Wow.
for us. Oh, for us.
He's milking this because he wants to hear you beg.
If y'all want to stalk me, y'all can see me on my flavors.me page, I guess. Flavors.me/Decree DAKREE. If y'all want to hit me up. But
Mr. Hiki doesn't have a page.
It doesn't create asked about on a date.
They just have. You don't know.
That's my boss.
wherever y'all are, I am.
All right. What about you, G?
You mean just the pages for World Cosplay Wrestling, or
That, or wherever else you want them to find you on the internet, or if you want to stay anonymous, that's your choice.
the best place to find us is just on our group. It's Facebook.com Cosplay Wrestling Federation. Just search for us. We don't have a logo, so if you see this generic Facebook flag, it's us. Sadly.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get one soon, very soon.
Yeah, we once we're approved, we're going to make plans to get a logo. Maybe we'll just steal the Canadian Wrestling Federation's logo. Oh no! Here's what we'll do: we'll just take their maple leaf and put Nerve on it.
That would be great.
Half the work's done. They're doing half the work for us. So.
Indeed.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for showing up, and I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your schedule to do this for a few minutes.
Before we leave, I got to ask you guys a question.
Sure.
Real quick. This is what I ask to all my professional wrestling friends. So,
Okay.
all right, Anthony, Jeremy, and
Natalie.
girl. Thank you. I was about to say girl.
Girl.
All right, Natalie.
You've been
Imagine
dating a woman.
this is a really I not a serious question, but a thought-provoking question. Okay, say you're in the wrestling ring, and right in front of you was Adolf Hitler. Right? If you could do any wrestling move ever without letting your own physical limitations or physical ability get in your way, so if you wanted to do a 450, you could go ahead, whatever. What wrestling move would you do?
I mean, can I go first on this one?
Go.
Yeah, go.
I would hit him with the classic. I would hit him with the people's elbow. Do it slowly too, with the armband coming off slowly, and just fling it into the crowd, and then just nail him right in the chest.
Would you call it the people's elbows? Because if you're arming, you just call it the arm and hammer.
That was good. That was good.
Well, you go ahead, Natalie. I got to hear this.
I mostly just think of grabbing him, slamming his body side to side like Hulk did, and throwing him to the crowd and see what the crowd would do to him.
Well, it looked like something I was seeing from The Walking Dead. Hands off my junk!
Wait, Kevin, I never got your answer to that question either.
Oh no! What?
I was like,
Yeah,
Jesus,
Did you
terrorist!
ever ask me? Oh yeah.
No, I
I
never
don't
asked you
know. What would it be?
that. Be the curve song?
Mate. Well, yeah, that was supposed to be the signature move for Lachey and Decree, but if I could choose, it probably a modified triangle choke, except Hitler is probably suffocating up my crotch. Balls in your face.
What about you, Jeremy?
I would have to go for one of those 90s classics I grew up with. I would have to remove the padding from the cement around the ring, drag him outside, kick him in the junk, and then do a swinging tornado DDT right into the concrete.
That's like ACW shit right there.
Yeah, I kind of grew up in the era where Rob Van Dam and Sabu didn't believe in a thing called gravity.
Or safety.
Yeah.
Or living to wrestle another week.
Yeah, brush my teeth with flaming barbed wire kind of crap. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
I gotta say, one of my favorite answers was my friend said German suplex for irony's sake, or Russian leg sweep. Some guy wanted to troll, so he says, "Okay, if you were in front of Hitler, what would you get? What'd you do him, and what'd you give him?" And he says, "A hearty handshake."
Get letters over that.
That'd be awesome.
It's not my answer, but it wasn't said by me, but it's going to be my answer now. Mine would be the Shattered Dreams kick.
Yeah.
Part. You know what, Natalie? All that is an extended kick straight to the balls.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, you don't understand the kick to the ball. It's an amazing kick to the ball.
I'm sad it wasn't reenacted in WWE All Stars. It would have been amazing.
I would have ended up in the rafters after that shit.
You just hear a bell ring.
You could even make that an anime-style finisher. You know, you make the kick and also he disappears into a star in the ceiling of the dome.
I do think just there should just be more pro wrestling stuff in anime.
Yeah.
They tried. Remember, we got that stupid cheesecake series last season.
No, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
And speaking as a male who's watched a lot of cheesecake, wife watched a lot of cheesecake, that was pathetic cheesecake.
Yep.
It wasn't even good wrestling.
No, it
They did
wasn't.
like the same armbar 3 times.
They did several things in their physics can't account for.
Yes. Well, what anime isn't? You know?
Yeah, but knees can't bend like that.
That's true.
They can't.
Only in anime.
There you go, Anthony. I just gave you your new finishing move, the arm and hammer. We were coming up with finisher moves for anime characters. So there's the arm and hammer. Mm-hmm. Shinji would have the third impact. Karu would like punch you and be like touched by an angel.
That's good.
Matt would have the same finisher as the Miz, and we call it to the mat. Yeah, I'm taking you to the mat.
Does that mean Matoi Ryoko would have an extended scissor lock?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can hear the confused expressions on your faces right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hold on from that then.
I think you broke him, Jeremy.
I think I suck at this game. I think that's about enough. I want to thank Kevin and G for stopping by. You can find their page under Cosplay World Wrestling on Facebook.
Cosplay Wrestling Federation.
Thank you. At least somebody was still awake. In a couple days, I'm going to be recording with the regulars. We're doing a show regarding what comic book events should be fixed points in time. We're going to discuss which events should and should not be kept in the Encyclopedia of Comic Books.
Batman's dead parents.
Oh.
Damn.
I'll accept that it's fixed.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not going to say. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Have a great weekend. I am Jeremy.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Natalie.
Q so big you could drive a truck through it. Thank you very much.
We're bringing the hood to you. We're bringing it, what you gonna do? We're bringing the hood to you. We're bringing it, yeah, that's how. Hey yo, no more Hollywood. This is Hollywood, and it's crime time. Be scared? You probably should. I come from the streets. I was raised in the gutter. I run up on your mother for that bread and butter. Mess around with these crooks, get your property took. Robbing is my job. I get